Welcome to Showcase Richmond. I'm Chip Tarkington. Over 5 million Americans are affected by Alzheimer's. With a rapidly aging baby boomer population, that number continues to rise. In fact, between the years of 2000 and 2006, the number of deaths caused by Alzheimer's had risen by 46%. To help provide hope, support, and be an important resource for people with Alzheimer's, as well as their families and caretakers, is the Alzheimer's Association. And that's the focus of today's Good News Spotlight from Care Advantage. They offer quality and compassionate home health care 24/7. Here's more.
Care Advantage means that I can face each day with a positive. You don't have to go to bed at night wondering, I'm going to get through tomorrow, because you already know they will be here to help you get through that day. They care about the people they're helping. They're special.
Don't do it alone. Call Care Advantage and find the peace of mind you've been searching for.
With us now to tell us about the Alzheimer's Association is CEO Sherry Peterson. Sherry, so great to have you in. How many people in Richmond are impacted by Alzheimer's?
Well, we figured that in the greater Richmond chapter area there are about 26,000 people with the disease. And for each one of them, there's 2, 3, or more family members or close friends who are affected because they're the caregivers for those people.
Alzheimer's is also the 7th leading cause of death in the U.S. That is just unbelievably damaging. It's hard for me to believe that.
Well, as you said earlier in your introduction, that as our population ages and more people are being affected, and unfortunately a lot of people don't realize it, but Alzheimer's is a cause of death. Eventually the body just shuts down, and the brain is so affected by plaques and tangles that the messages just don't get through, and people end up in a fetal position, unable to swallow until eventually, usually there's some sort of infection involved at the end, but Alzheimer's is the cause of their death.
Talk about what the caregiver of someone with Alzheimer's goes through, because it's very difficult for them.
It is. It's a 24/7 job. The book that we recommend most is called The 36-Hour Day, and there's a reason for that title. They, as their loved one progresses in the disease, they do everything for them. They feed them, clothe them, deal with taking to the bathroom, everything that really needs to be done for them. And the thing that I think is so hard for caregivers is that, particularly in the early part of the disease, the person may physically be very, very fine, but it's very hard for a family member when they walk in the first time and their spouse or their dad doesn't know who they are. So there's not only the physical aspects of being a caregiver, there are the emotional and of course the financial too.
Talk about the services provided by the Alzheimer's Association.
Well, I think one of our most important services is information referral, which includes a 24/7 helpline. And when somebody calls, they don't get an answering machine. They get to talk to a live person. And it's amazing the number of calls that go into our national office at 2 and 3 in the morning, because maybe a caregiver is dealing with their mom who's gotten dressed and said, oh, I'm going to work now. And they don't know what to do. So they get somebody to talk to. We have support groups. We do a lot of education. We cannot make being a caregiver easy, but we may be able to make it a little less stressful by helping them understand the disease process and what to expect. And we also do education for professionals, in-home care providers, nursing home providers, adult day service providers, to help them understand how to communicate and best work with somebody with the disease. We do care consultation with families, and are involved in several safety programs because people will wander.
Memory Walk is coming up in October, and if you'd like some more information, we'll put it up on the screen for you right now. The Alzheimer's Association, see the telephone number, their web address. Care Advantage brought you this segment. Sherry Peterson, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.